Sometimes it is used ahead of snare drums, and you can often hear it before iconic drum fills. But it also creates a sense of suspense in vocal arrangements and even before fully orchestrated parts, followed by the ultimate impact. What are we talking about? Well, we will now explore a carefully crafted reverse reverb. And I don't mean the kind of unnecessary nonsense presets that you can find in all kinds of reverb units. In fact, those are not usable for our aims because they cannot see into the future. A machine that can create in advance an impressive reverse reverb for the instruments that will be played needs visionary powers, or a skilled and patient audio engineer. And patience is needed because the mix must be finished as far as possible. Ideally, all sounds are fully equalized, compressed, fitted with effects and whatever else is needed to get a good sound. Reverse reverb is definitely the kind of icing that is only added to the finished cake. Alright, let's assume the mix of the song is almost finished and there's a drum fill that sounds like this. This fill is one of the song's most striking elements. That's why we want to give it some kind of twist. We want to highlight it with a reverse reverb. For that purpose, we render the drum fill. We drag the resulting audio file into our project and carefully trim the fill. We then reverse the playback so that the break runs backwards. It now sounds like this. That is already close to what we want. Let's finish it and insert a reverb plugin. I suggest to choose a rather bright reverb sound. This is an essential part of making it clearly recognizable later in the mix. A dark reverb needs to be much louder to be audible in the final mix, which in turn would take away a lot of the dramatic impact of the drum fill. The reverb for the reverse effect should have a duration of at least 3 seconds. My favorite reverb, the large famous bright blade from the IQ Reverb, works great here too. Let's listen to the drum fill with the effect at 100%. Sounds good. We render this and add it to the mix project. Now you just have to reverse the playback direction of the render you just created and that's it. This audio file is placed in the mix before the fill so that the hits of the fill and our reverb render are on top of each other. In this mix I used the saturator to add some distortion to the reverb effect and the tilt control to make it brighter, and the EQ dynamic controls 2 interfering resonances. Now it sounds this way. One more time, just for the fun of it. The result is worth the effort. In my early days as a recording engineer, I still had to struggle with the analog tapes for something like that. In modern DAWs, this can be done quickly with a few clicks of the mouse. The reverse reverb technique can be used with many instruments. You will certainly find spots in your next projects that desperately need effects like this. If you enjoyed my video, be sure to give me a like, subscribe to my channel and receive notifications for more audio tips from the field.